John Razimus here. This isn't really an episode, it's just a video of me talking, but the EVP device I ordered got on the wrong truck. It said missent, which means it went the wrong direction in town. It's in town though, and it should be here on Monday. And concerning my last video, some people were confused, thinking it was drama related. I'm not even going to go into details, because going into more details would cause the people that think it's drama related to think it's even more drama related. I couldn't not mention an individual in the video because they were the last person I saw before the entity appeared. Yep, they are. And the part I cut out was the entity, not any drama-related nonsense. I didn't want to hurt the person's feelings on the off chance, the slim chance that they watch my videos. They probably don't know I even have a YouTube channel. And I would say most of my friends and acquaintances and family don't know and don't care. There are big YouTubers with 5 million subscribers with 100 billion views. And their parents and their family and friends don't even know that they do this for a living. And even doing it, trust me, there's family members walking around right now. And they're like, oh, that crazy guy making videos. Well, I guarantee you, if I handed the camera to them, the video would be extremely dull. They'd say, oh, I had spaghetti and meatballs today, and I watched some TV, and I watched some news, and listened to some music. I mean, sure. That's an ordinary life. And sometimes I wish I had that. See, I'm kind of a lone wolf. And it's one of the reasons negative entities bother me. If you're a hermit, monk, living on the edge of a cliff for 10 years by yourself, I guarantee you would come to the understanding that invisible entities would pay attention to you a little bit more. So isolation and going solo, being a lone wolf, is one of the keys to experiencing what I've experienced, but I don't recommend it. Friends and family is great. As long as they're positive, with a positive influence, I wouldn't recommend cutting them off in any way, shape, or form. That's only one of the factors, only one of the reasons, being a lone wolf. But it also has to do with my understanding and faith and belief since birth, having nothing to do with books and what people teach you. You know, you can go to a class and a teacher can teach information and you can accept it and believe it, but you're not necessarily going to know it to be 100% inherently. It's not going to be ingrained in you other than on a propaganda level. Unless it's 100% true and they can prove it and you can verify those findings independently. I enjoy doing that, verifying my findings independently on a regular basis. I don't take someone's word for it, like Amerigo Vespucci likely discovered America during the time frame where Christopher Columbus got the credit. Because the country's named after Amerigo Vespucci. So that historical record tells me, you know what? That's a historical record that meant something back in Columbus's time, back in Amerigo's time, which obviously doesn't mean much today, because people don't even consider. That makes sense. History is rewritten on a regular basis, painted over with different, varying perspectives. I knew of a surety that spirits existed. Perhaps it's because of clearly the ability, talent, gift I've been given to sense spirits. No doubt that is the main catalyst for when you acknowledge it, they acknowledge you. Sometimes I don't want to acknowledge it, I just ignore it. And most definitely, it does seem to fade when you ignore it. But it doesn't mean it disappears. It's still there. Invisible entities are everywhere. But that being said, I'm a very rational, logical, reasonable person. And I was looking out here the other day, just yesterday, or the day before, and I saw a family of quail running through the bushes. I was like, what's that? Just quail. Quail are very sneaky. They'll hide under a bush for many hours. They live in bushes. And I was like, you know what, that's possible, but when I made that video where the rocks under the bush made a noise, I did look for quail, I didn't see any. But I'm always looking for the rational explanation as well. I don't jump out and assume it's the paranormal explanation. But if you read my tweets, you can see that I do have a strong, firm belief that scammers, schemers, liars, hoaxers, and frauds, and con artists, the reason they do that is because they think they can get away with it, because they don't think there's a final judgment. They don't think that they're going to be exposed as the liars they are. And they obviously do it for benefits. Conference circuits, they have a celebrity status. I don't want any of that. I don't want the conference speaking tours where I get paid to speak. I would be happy to speak voluntarily for free at a university, anywhere. UFO conventions are definitely not my style. I've been to one MUFON meeting back in the early 2000s. And it was like going to a church of people that believe in the gray alien as some type of supreme being. It was very scary, very awkward. I went into the bathroom. It was almost comedic. And I've only been to one MUFON meeting. But it was almost comedic. I went to the bathroom, and there's two guys talking about probes going in a certain location. No joke, true story. I got out of that bathroom as soon as possible. I don't know if they were speaking code, but that's definitely the subject they were talking about. Actual alien implants and actual alien probing. And then I went back to the library conference room, which was free. That's why I went there. It was free. On the way out, they asked if you wanted to join for, I can't remember how much, $50, $100, something like that, for an annual fee or something. And I was like, no thanks, I'm good. I'll take a pamphlet or something, but I'm not interested, because they were going through Google Images, even back in the early 2000s, and they were just scrolling through Google Images, which 99% of them were clearly movie props from movies, toys you can buy, fuzzy, blurry photos, just like Bigfoot. And then there were a lot of CGI and renditions and crayon drawings, and they didn't seem to have any differentiation of this is true, this is false, this could be made up, this is CGI. Even the CGI stuff they thought was a photograph. That's when I came to the conclusion these people can't really distinguish between CGI and an actual thing. I'm out of here. They thought every single alien image was real. So, sure, there are people that perhaps don't have the ability to distinguish. Maybe they're born without the ability to distinguish. I hope I can help in any way, shape, or form. I don't want to judge or make fun of those people. There are countless, thousands of YouTube channels with fake information, hoaxes. Secure Team 10 puts up probably 99.999% hoaxed, fake CGI, fake stuff that they make themselves, have it made. They have actors anonymously talk about it. It doesn't lead to truth. I stand for the truth. I stand for what's right. And if I'm wrong, I'll correct myself and say, hey, you know what? I'm seeking the truth. The truth will set you free. The truth stands tall. The truth doesn't hide in the shadows. But these scammers and schemers and hoaxers, guaranteed, at the last day, not everyone knows all the truth, and I will never claim to say this is the definitive truth, excepting a couple things I have to admit. I know for a fact that happened, so I'm just going to repeat the story that happened to me. I thank you for watching. The sunset is going down. I really wanted to make like 3-4 videos this week, but I didn't have the opportunity. But I did shoot yesterday for the first time the new intro for the new show. The shot lasted 4 hours. I shot the drone up 300 feet, and I tried to gradually have it come down, but bam, it just, you gotta be careful. I was in the scene, and I need to reshoot it next Saturday. I need to reshoot everything next Saturday, but I got some really good shots, really good scenes. I'm going for a cinematic look. I'm going to shoot a short movie, a short film, for the intro and outro of the new show. I just ordered some new audio equipment for the music for the new show. And I thank you very much for supporting me on patreon.com/Razimus, on paypal.me/Razimus. I received 2 donations since my last video. I didn't expect that, but I'm extremely appreciative. If I mention a contribution, it's because I want people to know it exists. I want people to know my paypal.me/Razimus exists, because I haven't had that too long. I want people to know my patreon.com/Razimus exists, because I haven't had it that long. Those tiny contributions extremely motivate me. I just ordered audio equipment so I can make the intro music amazing. I'm gonna get the Rode NT1. I haven't saved up enough for that yet. But the contributions from yesterday, if you want me to say your name, let me know. I'll give you a shout out on Twitter. I'll give you a shout out in a video. Anyone who donates deserves a shout out, deserves thanks. I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. It's getting really dark. Sun is setting. Thank you for watching. This has been John Razimus. New show coming soon. New ghost hunter experiments coming soon. I'm just going to start with the corner of my room. I can say confidently that I think something was creaking here and there last night. Just creaks. Nothing too ominous, but creaks. A good dozen creaks. Over the top, more so than the settling of a house would have done. I look forward to seeing if that can be registered during a video of me filming after setting up all the ghost equipment. We will see. It could be a total failure. It could become a joke that this stuff doesn't work. I'm skeptical, but I'm also hopeful that if they're willing to creak on a regular basis, if they don't creak during the filming, we're just going to see. I honestly have no idea what's going to happen. It's just going to be me talking about spirits. On January 20th, I had a very frightening demonic attack thing happen in a dream. I woke up, he was still there. Attack. I'm not going to talk about it in any more detail because I have to have those meters set up, and then I'll give you the full dream that I had, and then post-dream experience of an actual attack. I get attacked these days as rarely as once every 6 months, like 2 times a year, so it's pretty spaced out. It's not too bad. During 2011, I almost got desensitized from the entity. I'm knocking stuff over, creaking stuff, and then knocking, literally knocking. 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 The knocking was less than the creaking. It creaked everything in the whole room. And to be honest, I still hear creaks that are unusual. On top of that, I heard a creak that sounded like metal or plastic while I'm trying to sleep. I wake up the next morning and I see my desk. The top of my desk is movable because I put metal on top of my desk that I built myself for my computer. And the entire metal was pushed over, like this much. So that's what the sound was. It's impossible for that to have done it by itself. I don't document too much because at this point you get desensitized or it becomes normal. But I do want to try to start documenting it, and if anything picks up and it becomes super harassing, like these devices knocking over while I'm trying to sleep, which is why I'm going to have to put all the devices in a box when I'm done filming. The experiment is going to be ceased when I'm trying to sleep, because the same room I film is the same room I sleep in. It gets kind of freaky, gets kind of scary. All of this sunlight is pretty much gone. But until next time, I thank you for watching. This has been John Razimus. Be seeing you.